Hello and welcome to Fine Arts with Besson. So last time, we left off at St. Mary's Vale. Now we're going to go down to her blue robe. And this blue robe is very exclusive to St. Mary. So I just took pure blue, and this blue is called Prussian blue in oil paint terms. And mixed it with a little bit of white. It's a very, very dark blue. It almost looks black. And I'm going to go over the dark areas. It's probably a little bit too light, so I will add more. I'm just using one of my angle brushes here. Using pure Prussian blue because this part's by far the darkest on her robe. Blue is actually a very nice color to use. It's very easy to use. It looks very natural once it's done, and it dries the fastest out of all the colors. So this Prussian blue is quite enjoyable. And again, I'm going to put some of that Prussian blue. White. I'm going to put a touch of turpentine so that it's more runny. Okay, now the highlighted areas of St. Mary's robe. Now I'm still working from the left to the right. That way, again, I can always put my hand down without the risk of damaging the paint. Again, it's okay to touch all the dark blues you've already applied. It's almost preferred because it does blend. I'm just going to turn my painting this way, making it easier to access the top area. I'm going to add more white. I think her shoulder is the lightest part of the blue, so we'll use the most white and add a little bit of turpentine. You can always use a bigger brush. I prefer using something a little smaller because I do have a little more control that way. Blends really beautifully. Okay, just mixing more of the same. Of course, the blue is symbolic of what we call St. Mary, which is the second heaven. Very beautiful title, of course. Sometimes they even decorate the blue with stars, so it's symbolic in that way as well. It's very beautiful. We're going to do Christ's body, Christ's white robe. And so it's obviously not pure white. It is grayish off colors. And so to get that gray, you mix blue, raw umber, and white. So right now, I just made this color right here, this gray. This will be the darkest parts. I'm just gonna zoom in so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we'll do the outlining. All the dark areas for now. Again, don't be afraid to touch the edge. Careful not to let it get too dark from you. We're supposed to be using off-whites, so the majority of the colors are actually white. Most of the pigment you mix together is consistent of the majority white. So actually now I'll use pure white, pure color, because I know it'll mix with what's already on my canvas as well as my brush. So go in. Yeah, it's a little bit too green. When it's a little too green, it means you've had too much blue. So you can just add a little bit of brown to your mix. A little bit better. So we'll just make a very thin layer of this one color here. But of course we need to go in and add more whites. Okay. So I just want to show you guys how to add the white. So I'm actually putting a lot of white here. Okay, this is the lighter parts of the robe. And you can see here that it's mixing with the gray that I already had on. So I'm going to need a little bit more white. So I just basically put in the first coat of the robe. I'm going to wait for it to dry a little, and I'll come back to it with some highlights. But it's key that the painting is left alone for a little bit, just so the paint settles down. The canvas takes a little bit of time to soak up all the paint, so you want to allow for that. So to get the gray, again, is white, the majority, then gray, and then blue. texture. So my intention is to finish all the dark and then get back to it for the light. Okay. So we're getting there. Okay, so I think I'll leave it at that for now, and then I'll come back to it with some highlights. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.